the heartbeat of my horse and my adrenaline kicks in. I know that the dirt is about to start flying. For me, this describes barrel racing. The process of getting to this point can be trying and expensive, but it's definitely worth it. About 4 years ago, a friend of mine talked about her experience with barrel racing. She was just getting started in rodeo and was so excited about her new sport. I already had basic riding experience, so I began to ask more questions. I have been through the process of buying a horse, taking lessons, and picking association and competing on a state and national level, so I feel that I can give you important information on choosing an association. You may be thinking that you're not at all interested in rodeo, but most sports activities require a similar process in order to make worthwhile decisions. My hope is that you hear this thought process and either apply it to your own specific interests or maybe even purchase a cowboy hat, boots, and spurs and get a little dirty in the rodeo arena. It may seem that joining a rodeo association is as easy as signing some papers and paying some fees. And technically that is all you have to do to be a part of any rodeo association. But when I say the word join, it means more to me than being a member on paper. Joining a rodeo association is like joining a family. Your whole lifestyle changes. I'm going to tell you how to join an association the way that I did. Some people grow up in a rodeo family and have everything they need immediately when they need it, and they grew up learning. But I started barrel racing only a few years ago. For me, joining an association meant getting a horse, practicing, and picking the association to join. In my case, my parents and grandparents had experience in owning and caring for horses, and we actually owned horses before I even started rodeoing, but not a rodeo horse. So other than asking a ton of questions, our first step was purchasing a horse. Getting a horse is one of the most exciting steps to joining an association. For our first horse, I would recommend buying a horse no more than $1,000. Your first horse will most likely be a slower horse that will teach you how to ride. The best thing to do is to bring a vet with you when you go to see a potential horse. The vet knows what to check for. You should ask someone who knows a lot about horses to help find you a potential. Your horse needs food, vet care, hoof care, shelter, and lots of attention. The horse's basic needs do not ever stop. It takes a lot of commitment. Horses also have more advanced needs. For example, you can't just throw them some hay every morning and then not see them again. Horses need attention and time with their owners to bond. Once you have a horse, you can start practicing. Now you may be thinking, what does practicing have to do with joining an association? Everything. You should not even think about joining an association before you and your horse are ready. Practicing is one of the best places where you will learn about your horse and your horse will learn about you. It is the most important part of practicing is bonding between you and your horse. You need to learn to listen to your horse and learn what your horse needs from you and what you need to work on. A lot of people get discouraged at this stage. They do not immediately see the results they want. They are slow, they knock down barrels, they break the pattern and look sloppy, and sometimes they fall off. Well, it is very discouraging to keep trying and not getting anywhere. But the thing is, you are getting somewhere. You just don't notice it. Practicing takes time. This is a video of one of my first runs. It is sloppy, messy, and this was the time when I was discouraged about riding. Now I'm going to show you a video of a more recent run. This is only better than my previous run because I spent the time practicing and bonding with my horse to finally get to this level. goes to show you that everything takes time, and you shouldn't just give up on practicing because you're not seeing the results you want. Once you get a handle on writing, you can pick an association. Picking an association can be hard to do on your own, so it's very important to ask help from others. The best thing to do is to ask around and learn the pros and cons of each association. The deciding factors in rodeo is your budget, availability, and goals. If you can't miss school on Fridays, then you probably shouldn't do South Carolina High School Rodeo Association because you have to miss school on Friday. If you want to go to a nationals or world finals, you probably shouldn't do Foothills Youth Rodeo Association because they don't have anything past the state level. If you don't have a lot of money to spend on rodeo, well then you probably shouldn't do rodeo. And if you're older than 18, the best place to join is NBHA because they have a class for all ages. Finally, to join an association, you need to go on the association's website and print the paperwork to fill it out. After that, you're off to the rodeo. If you're still unsure about joining, here are some other things you can do. FYRA and NBHA will let you ride at the rodeos without actually being a member. You may just have to pay a small fee. If you have any other questions about joining an association or rodeo in general, I will be glad to answer them. You can look on the association's website. The 3 associations I've talked about today can be found at www.schrodeo.org, www.rodeofyra.org, or www.nbha.com.